My name is Alvin, and I'm speaking for Life, the Basic Manual. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about intervention. How do I help my family member who has a substance use problem? Just a little background on me. I'm a person in long-term recovery. That means I've been abstinent from any mood-altering chemicals that would include alcohol for the past 31 years. Currently, I am working at the Las Vegas Recovery Center, and I have been working here in the capacity for the last 6 years as community outreach and alumni coordinator. This is not an endorsement of the facility. However, what it does do, it gives me experience to talk about how to help a family member get into treatment, or how to help a family member that you know that's having a problem with substance use. I think there are 4 or 5 key things, and I'll briefly go through them, not in any order, but something, in my opinion, that makes a lot of sense. I think the first thing that you would want to do is talk about the problem that the family member has, not in the sense of a moral issue, but in the sense of a health issue. The science is out there now that people who have substance use disorder are suffering from a health issue. And the more that you frame the discussion in the way of a health issue, the more that person may come to understand that you're trying to help them get help, not trying to talk about them in a way that is negatory or brings them down or contributes to the stigma and the shame and the guilt that they already feel. Second, I would suggest that any plan of action that you have, that you fully engage in that plan of action. Whether it's treatment, whether it's 12-step recovery, assigning them the job of finding their own help is a disaster waiting to happen. If they're in a situation where you recognize that they need help, they will not be in any position to adequately do this on their own. So support and getting involved in the process, will definitely help them, find a way out of the hell that they're living in. Third, I would suggest that you not work harder than they're working. It may be tempting to do all of the work, but from my experience, what I know is that when people are engaged in the process of helping themselves, it's a fuller and richer experience. So for every step that you take to help them and be involved in the process, they need to do it too, to take as many steps as you take. If you're doing all the work, it will not benefit them at all. As a matter of fact, from my experience, those who have substance use disorder, look at it as, one more issue of enabling. The fourth thing I would say is get help for yourself. There are many programs, therapists, 12-step recovery programs for family members that you could use. Addiction and alcoholism is a family disease. You have been affected by the behavior of the individual that you're trying to help. Just getting help for them as you go on with your life. From my experience, I've seen that doesn't work, and it's not helpful. So getting help for yourself would be probably the fourth thing. And probably the last thing, is probably the hardest thing that any family member of a person who has addiction or alcoholism has to do, is don't blame yourself. Sometimes when family or friends don't take the information and don't get the help, the consequences are disastrous. A lot of times it's a catastrophe that could wind up being fatal for that person. And blaming yourself for the victim of the fatal catastrophe will not help you. So to recap, all the things that I would suggest, and in my opinion, I'm not an interventionist, but I do have experience, and I have been working in this field for a few years, is first, make sure that you couch whatever intervention you would have in a health issue. Second, be proactive and helpful. Help them find the meetings, help them, with that total process of trying to find a way out. Third, make sure for every step that you take, they take one too. Fourth, would be finding, a help for yourself. And the last but not least is that you're not to blame, for whatever happens, and the outcome. You're just a part of the solution, but you're not the person who determines the outcome. So I'm hoping that this will find you in a place where, the time has come for that person that you love, that person that you care about, that coworker, that friend, the guy at the church, the guy who's on your ball team, that you can find, a way to help that person to, live a fuller, richer life than he's been living or she's been living for now.